Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Leslie. If you haven't been here before, you've wandered across my little corner of the internet. Today, I have decided that you can come along with me on a little crafting adventure while I fix up the sign. Um, I had done one for my mom, and unfortunately, she put it outside and this year, and it grew legs. It is a Canada Day sign, and it is one of her favorites that I made her. So easy to redo when you craft, right? And I'm just using white chalk paste for my base. Whoa. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's a little cloudy, a little, um, I don't want to say chilly, but definitely not uh, as hot as it has been, which is a blessing. We did finally get a bit of rain, but you know what? We could use a whole lot more. We really honestly could. We are so dry. We are even in water restriction. So we can't even water the orchard. Not really, because we don't have a drip irrigation system yet. It is something we are hoping to work towards, but we do not have one yet. And so we can't water. It's looking a little sad out there, guys. I won't lie to you. The grass is crispy. The trees are a little brown. The cherries that did grow have ripened before they normally would have. And so they are on the smaller side this year. But hey, any year where we actually get fresh fruit is a good year, right? As for my gardens and stuff, I'm keeping them watered by simply, um, if I'm rinsing off in the shower, I will throw a bucket in beside me so it catches any excess of the water, things like that. So this too shall pass. And tomorrow we will all be, or at least my family will all be out celebrating Canada Day. It's going to be, we hope, a beautiful day. We have already, made arrangements to do things with families, so that's a good thing. I do not believe we are attending the fireworks. We can generally, um, we get to see them from here for the most part. So we will be doing that. I don't think we're going to hit the lake. I think we're going to possibly hit up the rail trail, which is a beautiful walking path. And I know we will be at my parents' for part of the day, enjoying some roasted hot dogs and so forth. So that will be fun. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we will be pulling out the camper. So tomorrow will be a busy Canada Day. But I am really looking forward to it. So there we go, just a light coat of the white. And now I'm going to put my lid on it so I do not spill. Oh dear. Yeah. It's always guaranteed to make a mess when I pour paint. It must be the law. So there we go. I keep lots of paper towels on hand for these projects. And now I just wipe up like that. I make it easy on myself. And now I will set this aside. And I am going to dry this for the sake of the video. So I'm just going to pause for a few minutes while I dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, it's all nice and dry, and now I'm going to wax it. And I do that with any brand of chalk that I use on wood, because if I'm using one of my transfers, I want to be able to get it off. And I want to be able to get it off without peeling away my paint, especially where she wanted kind of a whitewash look, and you'll understand why in a minute. It helps to peel away the transfer without actually doing, or hopefully without doing, any damage to the paint, which is what I need. So this time I am using my Minwax because it was close on hand. So just Minwax. And there we go. So now, the reason that she wanted kind of a whitewash look is because we're changing things up a little, and we're going with a sparkly red. This is called, I believe, crimson red, shimmery crimson, because once again, I am on a mission to use things that I have on hand, and that was the red that I had, and she agreed that it was fine. Okay. If there was anyone but my mom, I would take the time to go ahead and order a red. But it's my mom. And she's pretty easygoing because she is a crafter herself and believes that we should use what's on hand before we use anything else. So I've put Canada up here. Now this had Canada here, but she wants the big Canada. And then it says, strong and free, huh? Hockey, poutine, Northern Lights, double, Mountie, bacon, snow, ice, maple syrup, and True North. And those are a lot of the things that represent us. So up here, I just taped off with the Chocateur tape so I didn't accidentally get Canada on there. I have not used this one yet. In case you can't tell, that is why I'm going to. There we go. Use my fuzzing clock and pull this off. Oops. Yeah, I've already marked it. Okay. So here we go. Now, some of you saw it when I did my mom's the first time. Yes, you're thinking I did use this one. I did use this one, but I had 2 copies. And my old one was so well loved that I had to get a new one long ago. So this is old. This is, when is this? 2021 this one was made. So that gives you an idea of its age. And now what I want to do is just kind of see where it's going to end up. think I want it. I'm going to bring Canada down just a bit. Not too much, just a bit. There we go. That should help us to get the rest of the saying where I want it. I hope. So let's see how it goes. There we go. Whoops. See, it keeps moving. Let's see how we can do this. Alrighty, just one moment, guys. Alright, guys, sorry about that. So, like I said, we are going to use shimmer chrism this time. And, make it our own. That is the advantages of making your own things. You really can make them your own. And she doesn't put this away. She will, she puts it outside for Canada Day, of course. And then it goes on her library shelf or her bookshelf for the year, because she does like the words and what it represents. So that is a good thing. And I'm thinking, since this is a beautiful piece of natural wood, that what we will probably do is also maybe do a Christmas or whatever she wants, maybe a Remembrance Day on the other side, so that she gets two uses from it. So now that puts Canada there, and I'm just going to do the peel and reveal. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to set it over there because I do have the thing there. I'm going to pause you again. Or no, this one isn't too loud. I will try it. I just want to dry it so that I do not smudge it when I come in with the next transfer, right? Now, some people are going to yell at me for this. Some people think it's highly illegal or something. I don't know. But just one second, guys, okay? If you wanted to, instead of taping off Canada, you could cut it off. It is not illegal. It is not against any rules of chalking, crafting, or whatever. But the disadvantage to that is that it may cause fraying for the rest of the stencil that is left. And that is why I chose not to do that this time, okay? However, I am going to bring this up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and I'm going to set it over there. Now I don't have to worry. I do not want to have to worry about, oops, where my transfer might stick to the red. It is dry, but I don't want it pulling up. Now, here's the deal, guys. Just because I am doing it with chalk does not mean that you couldn't find a similar transfer somewhere and do it with paint, that you couldn't print it out with a Cricut and do it that way, with vinyl. Use that as your transfer, we'll say. Although I know, don't. Don't come at me. I know it's not a true transfer when you do it that way. Or you could just use vinyl and do it with vinyl. You could use paper and do it with paper. You could print it out on your printer and do it that way. Within the next couple of videos, we're going to look at how to do print and cut when all you have, just 1 second, is a printer and you don't have a Cricut. We're still going to do some designs in the print and cut style without a Cricut. So there are always alternatives. You just have to be open to them and think outside the box. All right, let's go for it, guys. Let's see what we can create. I love these big squeegees. Now, I am doing this, like I said, on natural wood. So if you wanted, you could even wood burn it in. You could buy some of that wood burning gel and you could wood burn it onto the surface. Okay. Since it is wood, I could have laser engraved it onto the surface. Right? Many options. But you go with what makes you or your customer happy. Uh-oh. Hang on 1 sec. I'm going to grab a clean squeegee. Just going to get that off. And just grab this. So if you do happen to get a little spot like that, all I do is take a paper towel, get it a bit damp with some distilled water, and I just clean it off. There we go, done. Now to keep going so that we don't have any of the paste pulling up. You want to work in firm, even strokes. You want to work fairly quickly when you're doing a big one like this. I am taking a risk. I know doing it all at once. I should pull the top where I started halfway and then do the rest. But I'm taking the risk so that I don't end up with red where I don't want it when I pull up the top half. I think all the white is covered. So let's see what happens. Okay, my end leaked a little, but other than that, I am good. So for the leaky end, all I have to do is clean it up. And to do that, I will need a Q-tip. So I am just going to grab one and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've grabbed actually quite a few Q-tips. And I've grabbed a touch-up paintbrush because I suspect that we're going to have to touch up the white. So all I do is spray my Q-tip and then very gently go in and just use the wet end first, sorry. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do is just take the lid off of my white, and there is always a bit of paint in there. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to touch up. Just like so. And there we go, all fixed. You can see here where it's a bit darker because of the wood texture. So what I'm going to do is just take a minute and just give it a little bit more of a shade in. There we go, that's a bit better. Alrighty. I'm just going to take a minute. That's the new phrase of the day. Take a minute and dry this before we have any boo-boos. And that, guys, is how easy that is to do. It has the natural wood side. It's a nice thick piece. I will clean up around my edges with just some damp paper towel, and it will be ready to sit on her shelf. And like I said, I think what we are going to do is we are going to end up probably taking and doing something on the other side. But I want to wait overnight, or at least till around supper time, at least 3 to 4 hours before I seal it, so I know that it really is truly dry. All right, so don't forget, you can do it the same way I did. You can do it with vinyl, you can do it with paper. You can the uh, cut out the vinyl like a transfer, lay it on and do it, and then peel it. You could make big stickers and use stickers and put the words in different orders. You do you. I hope that you have a great Canada Day, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye.